Hey there, Neutron Tech crew! Today's video takes us into the world of homesteading days, where we're watching an old log cabin get a serious makeover. The roof has seen better days, and frankly, it's become a hazard. Think about it, your roof is literally the only thing standing between you and everything nature throws at you. Now there's a freshly framed addition being built right next to the original cabin, and they're making sure it blends seamlessly with what's already there. Both structures, the new and the old, sit elevated a few centimeters above the ground. It's an old-school cabin wisdom: never let wood touch soil directly. Ground contact means trapped moisture, which basically rolls out the welcome mat for rot, fungi, and wood-destroying bugs like termites and carpenter ants. The whole cabin lifestyle is rooted in bushcraft, essentially, the know-how to survive and thrive outdoors using skills passed down through generations. It's about respecting natural resources. After stripping away the old, worn-out roofing, a brand new structural skeleton gets built to support everything above. You can see how the logs are locked down with solid vertical posts, creating a framework that won't budge. Waterproofing is absolutely critical out here. The chimney goes in after most of the terracotta tiles are already sitting pretty on the roof. Right now, metal flashing and ceiling tape are being worked around where the chimney breaks through the roofline. The flashing gets custom bent to wrap the chimney base and tucks under the nearby tiles, creating layers that water can't penetrate. Inside that chimney is a double-wall stainless steel flue. Probably 316L grade if we're talking quality. The interior pipe carries all the hot exhaust gases, while the exterior stays relatively cool, drastically cutting down fire risk. This chimney is where ventilation, fire safety, and weather protection all meet. The way it's been integrated into the tile work shows some serious planning and craftsmanship. Look at that fit. It's practically seamless. Getting the roof done first is a strategic move that protects the entire structure while they tackle the walls and floors. This particular cabin is a century old. Restoring something with that much history isn't just about making it livable again, it's about keeping a piece of the past alive. These old cabins were built from local trees, shaped by hand and assembled using notched joints instead of nails. Techniques like saddle notches or dovetails held the logs firm while still letting them shift naturally with the changing seasons. These broad timber planks aren't just sitting there, they're practically alive, expanding and contracting with the seasons while simultaneously improving how sound travels through the space and keeping temperatures more stable. Back in the day, builders stuffed whatever they could find between those logs: moss, mud mixed with clay, dried straw, you name it. Fast forward to this project and you'll spot sleek insulation panels, probably rigid foam sheets delivering thermal protection that would have seemed like magic to those early settlers. Next comes a layer of reflective foil barrier. Think of it as a heat mirror that bounces warmth back inside during cold months and deflects scorching heat when summer rolls around. These log structures have their roots in the forests of northern and eastern Europe, eventually making their way overseas as pioneers recognized the goldmine of available timber. These days, they represent something deeper than just old-timey charm. They've become icons of self-reliance, environmental consciousness, and living with intention. Screw this up and you're looking at serious consequences. Structural weakness, unwanted moisture creeping in, bugs setting up shop, and deterioration that compounds over decades. Right now, the focus has moved to rebuilding and reinforcing the interior's wooden skeleton. Before you install any beam, figure out what job it's actually doing. Is it holding up serious weight, providing lateral support, or just there to look good? That answer determines everything else. Go too small and you'll watch it bow or crack, so check those span tables to match dimensions with the actual load demands and species of wood you're using. Here's where you can see some smart thinking. The electrical work is happening right now during the framing stage. Cables are being threaded through the wooden structure before anything gets covered up with insulation or finishing materials. This approach keeps all those wires invisible for that clean, rustic aesthetic. This moment with the frame exposed and accessible is perfect for handling the windows. You can make changes now without tearing apart finished walls or compromising structural stability later. A properly built window opening requires several key components: a bottom sill, vertical jack and king studs on the sides, and a horizontal header up top that redirects the weight from above around the opening. Old timber has usually taken a beating over the decades, leaving it soft and unreliable, which means openings often need to be recut and the surrounding framework completely rebuilt for stability. Beyond just sealing things up, foam insulation transforms how efficiently the house uses energy by wiping out those annoying cold patches and stopping air from sneaking through. The work has shifted to insulation now. Rigid foam boards are going up on the walls. These boards slot into place within the frame, creating one unbroken layer that seriously ups the thermal game. Fiberglass mesh does wonders for making the exterior finish tougher and longer lasting. Getting everything to fit just right, filling in gaps, and navigating around the existing framework takes serious effort, especially when you're dealing with an older log cabin where nothing is quite level or straight. What really stands out is how the entire house gets wrapped in one continuous blanket of insulation. Fewer weak spots where heat can leak through, and you end up with a smooth, solid base ready for what comes next: the weather barrier and outer layer. That gray weather barrier has a clever design. It's permeable to vapor, meaning it stops water, snow, and wind from getting in, while still letting any moisture that's already trapped inside work its way out. This breathing action keeps rot, mold, and mildew from taking root in the walls or ceiling. Those vertical wooden strips you see, they're essential. They create space between the waterproof layer and whatever cladding goes on later, keeping everything ventilated, protected, and built to last. Now, HomesteadingDays tackles the front door. Inside, horizontal and vertical supports beef up the structure so it won't warp as the years go by. Foam gets added to boost insulation, block moisture and noise, and make the whole thing more rigid. Time to head inside, where the wooden battens are going up on the interior walls. These vertical strips create a framework that interior cladding can grab onto securely. On top of those wooden battens, he's layering fiber cement board, sometimes called cement-bonded panel. It's that grayish, stiff sheet material that gives you a rock-solid surface that resists fire, moisture, and just about anything else you throw at it. People use these boards inside and outside buildings all the time. This becomes the final structural foundation, wrapping the walls in a tough, continuous shell. They handle impacts like a champ, so you won't be dealing with dents and holes from everyday living. For the ceiling, he's installing wooden boards that bring a natural, old-school vibe to the space. This approach doesn't just look good, it also helps with keeping heat in and cutting down on noise. The color palette leans into brick tones with reddish hues and dark, almost charred browns. Next up, the builder tackles the plumbing work inside the walls. This network of pipes handles all the drainage and water flow throughout the house. When you flush a toilet or drain a sink, these lines move that wastewater toward the septic system, while also venting unpleasant gases outdoors where they belong. The builder fastens everything down using clamps, plastic or metal ones. The work shifts now to finishing the interior spaces. The builder methodically installs wall panels, works on the ceiling, and lays down flooring materials. Building regulations have come a long way over time. What started as basic rules in ancient civilizations has grown into the intricate safety and environmental standards we follow today. Major fires and the rapid expansion of cities forced governments to create strict requirements for fireproofing, structural soundness, and emergency exits. When you renovate an older property, these modern standards create real challenges. You're often required to upgrade insulation, rewire electrical systems, and reinforce structural elements to meet current safety requirements. Take historic log cabins, for instance. Many were originally built without any insulation or fire-resistant barriers, so retrofitting them while keeping their authentic character intact takes careful planning. Those old designs with their efficient layouts, natural airflow, and multi-layered wall systems still influence eco-friendly architecture today. Modern builders can save significant resources by renovating existing buildings instead of tearing them down, keeping all that embodied energy intact. The project has reached the painting stage, which signals that the finishing work is well underway. After smoothing and priming everything, the builder applies paint to create a consistent appearance while adding a protective layer to the surfaces. This step does more than make things look good. It seals everything underneath, which is especially important in spots that collected dust or showed surface flaws during construction. This polished, even coating hides minor flaws and gives the walls visual richness. The second layer is probably the final color choice, rolled on smoothly using a telescopic roller that reaches across wide sections efficiently. Using a notch trowel, the builder applies adhesive before carefully positioning each wood-look ceramic tile into place. Precision matters here. Clean edges and consistent spacing make all the difference. He relies on a leveling system to prevent any unevenness as everything sets, keeping the surface perfectly flat. Next comes the staircase, built entirely by hand from wood. He cuts and assembles each step individually, paying close attention to how everything fits together. There's no reaching for store-bought components or standard hardware here. What really stands out about this staircase is how it feels like part of the house itself. The treads are generous and sturdy, giving you confidence with every step, while the riser heights stay uniform for an easy climb. Look at how far this space has come. What started as bare wooden framing now feels like somewhere you'd actually want to spend time. Everything works together to create this warm, intentional atmosphere that nods to tradition without feeling old-fashioned. Because everything up to this point has been executed so thoughtfully, whatever comes next will simply feel like the project reaching its full potential rather than tacking on extras. The space has matured to the point where it's time for the practical essentials. High on that list, getting radiators in place before winter hits. Broad wooden boards are going up along the exterior now, each one lined up carefully for a clean, finished appearance. Even where walls meet, corners get the same meticulous treatment, strengthening the structure while making it look better. A young family made the leap to buy this forgotten property tucked away in the rural countryside. What they're doing goes beyond fixing up an old building. It's about embracing a simpler way of living, learning to be self-sufficient, and connecting with the land around them. Day by day, their dream takes shape, a cozy, independent home where practical design and rustic beauty go hand in hand. Now he's working on the bathroom and laundry area. Light-colored wall tiles in neutral tones are being set in place. For the flooring, he's going with parquet. It complements the log walls and other wooden elements throughout the house perfectly. The whole aesthetic draws from Scandinavian and Eastern European country styles. Straightforward design, minimal decoration, built to last and work well in everyday life. That countertop catches your eye immediately. It's a clever fake marble made from laminate or sintered materials. You get all the visual appeal of real stone, but skip the hassle of dealing with something heavy, expensive, and prone to cracking. The biggest win here is how much this room packs into one space. By combining everything plumbing, drainage, ventilation, electrical into a single area, you slash both material costs and future headaches when something needs fixing. When you're mixing laundry with bathing, you can't just throw appliances anywhere. Water and electricity don't play nice together, so you need clear boundaries. With the bathroom sorted, it's time to tackle what's next: the kitchen and that wood-burning stove corner. Installing a wood stove in a log cabin isn't just about aesthetics, it's the backbone of keeping the place warm and energy costs reasonable. The kitchen design leans into deep, dark wood cabinets that pop against pale walls and black counters. Tall cabinets, base units, and corner storage all point to one goal: maximizing space while keeping things practical for daily use. A full year of non-stop work has brought this log cabin transformation to an incredible turning point. What started as a bold restoration project has become something deeply meaningful, and now the family's actually ready to call it home. Want to see more renovation projects? Hit that subscribe button and check out Homesteading Days to watch the entire restoration journey unfold.